big surprise there. Fnatic do have to come back and grab their secondary one. And it looks like Pi is going to be starting out up top. They want to put some pressure on this Terrorblade. I'm seeing this a decent amount recently. Though, as I say that, we've actually got Pi TPing down bottom. Sandwich trying to steal the wave, but taking some damage. Envy actually transferring the Orb of Venom over onto his hero, and Sandwich is going to lose his nerve. And those just go straight into the Sandstorm. So, wave going to end up kind of in the normal position, and this is a terrible place for Sam H to be. I don't know if he's going to just wait here until the next creep wave or what the plan is, but Pi is stalking him. Mid lane, Abed getting off to a good start. No CS just yet for Armel. Just going to lay in with some auto attacks. And Sam H, is he going to pop out now? Okay, he does. Going to take quite a bit of damage on his way out here, but I don't think they should be able to kill him. So, looks like he will be able to get away with this creep wave. And Armel now starting to get those souls, so he should be a-okay. Tims has already started to spam out a little bit on Universe, forcing one to the tower, but Universe much more successful in his start to the off lane. And DJ also making life a little bit more difficult for the TNC side. Sam H still just getting chased. He won't even really be able to stop and farm this wave. We'll be able to salve up. Okay, now able to turn it around, but not able to get the last hits really. And Envy also just leading the Dire creep wave on a merry chase. What do we got? 3 waves here all at once. Envy, can you deal with this? Grab that Quelling Blade. Let's go. Let's see these CS skills. Actually, there's stuff happening up. No, there's nothing happening up top. Just some harassment being traded. All right, we'll watch Envy CS for a little bit. I'll keep a close eye on the minimap. A bit of harassment being traded. All right, here we go. CS number 1. Your Lone Druid should get every single one of these. The Bear's going to take a lot of damage, but one of the better heroes for dealing with this. All right, 2 for 2. 3 for 3. 4 for 4. There's bouncer and battles happening over here. Sam H is actually pretty darn low. An Arcane Rune over here, but he can't go for it. Wait, 4 for 4. 5 for 5. Get the range creep, Envy. No! Okay, well, that's the end of that. This range creep, alright, yep. That one should be fine. What else has been happening? Cuckoo and Tim's getting a little side pull going. DJ just gonna throw out some, not even throwing out some harassment, just wants to snipe that big creep and does grab it. That's nice for him. Fnatic doing better across the board in the laning stage. Universe has more CS than the Shadow Fiend. Does not bode very well. I mean, Armel's going to do just fine, catching up a little bit later on. As soon as he starts getting the points up in the races, Cuckoo in a bit of trouble. Needs to dodge the brambles. Actually gets blocked in by Tims. So DJ can just keep on auto-attacking with this Null Talisman. I don't know what that Ice Shards was for. And that's just going to be Fnatic securing their first blood and still chasing forward, putting damage on Tims. He's got the Snowball. Raven's got the Metamorphosis, but without the Witch Doctor, I don't think they're willing to commit that. Over at mid lane, I bet actually getting up in Armel's face. Forcing him back. Those just get a salve delivered. And Envy free farm. Up top, they are going to go in now that the Witch Doctor's come back. The cask bouncing around. Looks like Universe is going to end up going down. DJ Shadow Realm keeping him alive. Ice Shards have already been used, so it looks like he's going to be a-okay. Instant that the Witch Doctor gets back there, TNC do manage to fight back and grab themselves a rebuttal kill. Sam H, how are the levels doing down bottom? Just level 2 for the time being. Universe now cracking level 3. And at least TNC do have access to their pull camp, so Cuckoo's going to be able to run some pulls though. The same is true of Pylai Dai. He's still only at level 1 though. He's been giving pretty much everything to Envy on this Lone Druid while he keeps chasing around Sam H. I know. Starting to CS just fine at mid. Still trailing behind the Dragonite just a little bit. Is ferrying out a little bit more regen. MH finds an invis. What can he really do? He'll probably... Is he faking out that he's running over to mid? That was pretty nice. During the fade time, pretending as if he's like kind of running up this way. So they sort of threaten something happening at mid, and yeah, Fnatic even going to put down a center ward just so Abed has a little bit of peace of mind. They are going on to Universe. Tims and Cuckoo looking to finish him off, and they will get it. Just the 2 supports from TNC. This is such a hallmark of their playstyle. It's the 2 TNC supports teaming up, finding kills, just having the kill potential in the support duo is something that TNC seem to prioritize way more than other teams, and certainly way more than Fnatic. Pylai Dai always almost tends to be on one of these more team fighty supports, or he's more about the lane supporting than he is about roaming and ganking. Sam H does get a successful little side pull off here, so his reward is going to be some experience heading over. Over mid, snowball onto Abed. They bring the Shadow Fiend forward as well. They need to land these raises. He gets the Dragon Tail off, but Tims is there with the body blocks. Armel, one more raise, but that's all the damage that he's got. The cast bounces forward. They do get the triple raise. DJ trying to finish off Tims. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He gets maledicted up. One raise might kill him. Armel's chasing forward. I don't even know if that hit. Did it? DJ, is the maledict going to kill him? There's only one more tick. No, looks like he's going to be fine. All right. TNC. The support rotation's very successful. About to have a very value shrine coming up. Sam H still hasn't died down bottom, though he only has 3 CS, so not doing all that fantastically here. Bit of a difficult lane for him to contest. And now that Envy's got level 6, as soon as those 3 points come up in the bear, that's when life starts getting pretty scary for Sam H. Support's back at mid once again. TNC looking for something. They spot Abed. They've got this observer ward over on the side, so they know what he's up to, but Abed equally aware that the Tusk is hunting for him and that the Witch Doctor is also over in these trees. I don't really know if he can even bait this. Their turnaround potential is not that great. That is one of the consequences of picking the Dark Willow. Abed getting blocked in now. A couple of raises, knocking him down low. Can he turn this around? He's got the wand charge. I think the Maldic might just be enough to finish him, but Armel's actually getting stunned up. Cuckoo now also being chased down by DJ. One more touch is going to do it. Armel being glimpsed back. Abed still actually surviving through all of this. Armel just forced to commit 2 perfect raises. Now he turns back around, finds both of the support. He's actually going to get the triple kill. Armel survives on a sliver. Every little bit of raindrop plus wand plus, I don't need, did he have a fairy fire? He had a fairy fire. Oh my word. Armel, very nicely played. And now Envy just getting run at by Cuckoo. Oh, gets a conveniently timed entangle. And that is going to be the end of that. Still taking some damage off the Maledict, but he's got the Dominator, so he's healing up plenty. And that is actually the tier 1 tower taken out. They do manage to get the deny, though, on the side of TNC. And this is going to open up the lane a little. DJ finds out Cuckoo. What can he really do? Tries to fight him. Is there any help coming over? Sam H is here with the Sand King. Only 1 point up in the bar strike. Cuckoo still alive. DJ now actually has to turn tail and run. Has some one charges. He's not going to die to the Maldic. Over at mid lane, they're hunting forward, looking for Abed. Armel doesn't jump inside of the snowball. He's only got the short raise for the time being. Mid raise now coming back off cooldown. Still 3 seconds for the long. Mid raise is going to be enough to finish it. And Pilot Eye also getting blocked in by Tim. TNC, this is the early game that they were looking for. And Armel 5 kills back to back to back to back to back on the mid lane. Amazing start for the SF. I'm even going to switch it to net worth because we got to show, let the record show that Armel is #1 on net worth, even though I don't think he's close to being #1 on CS. This Envy Lone Druid is definitely going to be cause for concern. But yeah, this is the kind of early game that we're used to seeing from TNC. I don't know what kind of pep talk they had this morning before this series, but this is looking much better than, I think this is looking better than any of the games that they had in the GESC finals. And he gets the fear onto Sam H. Still just pressuring down here a lot. He is pretty far forward. Cuckoo's got an Invis rune, so he's able to come skirting past this observer ward, but they do see that the bounty rune mysteriously disappears. Good map awareness by Pilot Eye. Man, he's all the way over here on the top side of the map, and he was still looking at this bounty disappearing. And pings it out to, I think pings it out to Envy. I don't know whose pings it was, but it was actually Pilot Eye's line being drawn, so. Alright, that was really nice. I think that probably saved Envy's life there. Sam H, getting a little bit more catch-up time, is going for a headdress so far on his Sand King. And Fnatic just popping the dragon form up top, looking for this tier 1 tower. Do have some rotations coming over. Raven with the 3 points up in the Metamorphosis. Pilot Eye only level 3, not that much that he contribute in the TNC supports. Well, the TNC support and Armel both rotating over the top. He's got so much damage with the maxed out Shadow Rays. They're going to go onto Abed first. They get the glimpse back onto Armel, though, holding him away. And now they caught the Primal Split. They're focusing onto Cuckoo. Abed's dropping low. Tim's coming through. Cuckoo's still alive. He's got wand charges. Looks like Universe should be able to finish him off with the Primal Split. I just TPing out. Tim's going to continue pursuit. The split's not going to last that much longer. They've got a punch and they've got a snowball once he comes out, but he does just barely manage to get out the disables onto the Shadow Fiend, though it doesn't matter because they've got Raven. And as Armel comes back down to the ground, he cements his monster kill streak. They're going for Envy at bottom. They've already used the Burrow Strike. Savage doing his best to slow him down. Cuckoo going to try and he's going to try and bounce the cask forward off of the bear. Not going to work. They will still end up getting the Dominator creep, but Envy will live to continue farming and keep on working his way towards that Radiance, which is going to be the big timing for Fnatic. They're a little bit behind. They do have the level 6 now on the Dark Willow, and Pylai getting fairly close to his level 6. So their teamfight potential is going to tick up pretty heavily quite soon, but I don't think Fnatic were expecting to get this run over in the early game, and TNC are still running at him. Abed behind the tier 1 tower, getting gone on by Cuckoo's support. They will link up with Tim's now, heading over towards mid. I can't imagine that TNC have too many smokes left, but Cuckoo still... Actually, he's got one in his inventory, and he's got one in the stash, so still another couple of rotation opportunities available for this early game. They have planted some insanely deep wards. The commitment that TNC have made to this early game is nuts. This does mean that once we get to the mid game, they're going to have a little window where they don't have a ton of wards, and they don't really have that many smokes left, unless they save these smokes now. But if they keep on finding these kills and keep on protecting Raven's farm, then I think it's just fine. He's number 1 in the net worth at the moment. Universe just going for the Dominator. Is Sam H going for a Dominator? Looks like he is. Alright, every offlaner is just in love with Helm the Dominator at this point. I see MVP. Double forward. They can't afford to get Savage Word back. Armel going to keep his distance, just drops in with the raises, and the auto attacks are enough. Godlike already, 11.5 minutes into this first game here, the best of 5. Abed popping another dragon form to try and bring down this final tier 1 tower for TNC. More rotations coming over from the TNC side, and Sam H it's going to go TPing top to try and defend this. Universe with the double catapult being a little bit of a nuisance. Does have his primal split back off cooldown. Fnatic splitting the map somewhat. And Envy dead. They're just going to slow down the progress on this Radiance for a little bit. He did buy the recipe before he died, so didn't lose too much gold. Abed getting gone on. They're going to get the glimpse back. Don't think he'll die to this Maledict. Surely it's worth it to just pop these one charges now. I guess he's got the Dragon's Blood to heal back up. And the DK ultimate's about to wear out. Yeah, he can't really fight anyway. Might as well just save it. They do spot Pi on the other side, though. TNC. Kill the kill. Now onto the tier 1 tower. Still waiting for Envy to be able to really come and participate in this game. Universe, how's the Blink Dagger going? 1,700 gold worth of progress. Once that's up, I think Fnatic should be able to set up a team fight, but we haven't really seen the Dark Willow and the Disruptor getting too involved just yet. They're going to terrorize Sam H. His burrow is actually on cooldown, and they're going to pop the primal clip for this. I don't know how Sam H gets out. He does manage to burrow a little bit further around the corner, gets caught inside the brambles, though. Dominator regen helping him out a little bit, but no way out. And down he goes. Okay, so whatever his next item is going to be does get delayed somewhat. The Dominator is weird on Sand King. I don't mind the Vanguard. Like, Vanguard and Pipe, I think, are okay, but I think the Dominator is a little bit strange. It does let you threaten buildings a little bit more, but I don't think they're lacking for burning damage. Oh, I want Abed at mid. Cuckoo doesn't have the Death Ward for a little bit, so Armel has to do the damage with the raises. Unfortunately, they do not get the cask bounce back, and Pylai still there in position with the glimpse, just to make sure of things. Does come in and get a couple of D wards, but TNC still planting these extremely deep, extremely aggressive wards. Armel's just going for Yule's Scepter. Raven is just going for Dragonlance into a Manta style. I guess the Manta makes a little bit more sense than the SNY this game. There is some stuff to be able to both Manta dodge and to dispel. Envy thinking that he's safe farming over here, but TNC support duo looking for him, and he's not inside of the true form. Snowball forward. They needed that paralyzing cast to go out, though, and they actually needed the Maledict damage. Now Tim's getting stunned up by the Centaur Conqueror. Universe also here. Gonna have his Blink Dagger pretty much after this kill. GJ actually the one to secure it. And okay, TNC getting slapped down a little bit as they do go for that. MH still farming up top. Might see more ultimates committed just to kill him off. Static Storm along with the DK ultimate, both available. They have a Sentry Dill. They don't even need a Static Storm. Kinetic Field, lock him in there. Do they have enough damage to kill him, though? That's the question. Static Storm's already over. He burrow strikes through. Doesn't have the Sandstorm, unfortunately, for a few seconds. Sam H is on the run. juking through the trees. Can they get another Thunderstrike onto him? DJ also finding a kill on Kuko on the other side of the map. Sam H, the raindrop, helping to save him. Burst striking through once again, and he will be able to escape. Okay, he's okay. Kuku died all the way over here, so TNC are starting to get punished for some of these plays over in the Radiant jungle, but at the very least, they do still have the 2 #1 net worth spots. Armel, Yule Scepter is completed. He's going to be going into the BKB next. Raven, probably Manta BKB going to be the plan. Envy needs another 1400 gold for the Radiants. So still a bit more farming time required, and that's why the rest of Fnatic are off. Just making some space, doing their thing. Sam H TPing over to mid. DJ had known about that. He might have canceled that with his Yules, but he's actually now TPing down bottom. Spots Kuku, gonna go for this solo kill. Can they protect him? He gets held away a little bit by the ice shards, but the Bedlam is still just way too much damage. The Requiem getting laid out. They're looking towards Universe. He just hides straight into the Primal Split and now comes running forward. Who can he actually set up for? On the other side of the fight, it's Sam H looking towards DJ. They're gonna get him blocked in. They get the Burst Strike down. Sam H is in a little bit of trouble. The Snowball still chasing after Envy. This is perhaps a little bit too deep for Tim. Sam H with the Burst Strike up in a couple of seconds time, and Armel already beyond godlike as he nukes down Pylai Dive. They don't have the control. Sam H with the 2-man Burst Strike. Abed getting run at. Universe also blocked in, can't get back down the ramp. Armel with the auto attack finishes off the Dragon Knight. It's Raven on the other side finishing off the Brewmaster. They still do not have this Radiance. Can they bring down the bear? A little bit more gold. Oh my god, Armel is so stacked. And Fnatic still waiting. They don't have that Radiance just yet. They still haven't managed to take down this mid tier 1 tower. And TNC have really hit their stride. 16 kills in 16 minutes. And they're not showing any signs of stopping. Sam H will be able to grab a Blink Dagger relatively soon. Actually has the money now if he wants it. I don't know if his plan is to just go for his patented tanky build again or what, but oh, can see double damage. I'm all thinking about it. But no, I'm not going to try for the Roshan or anything like that. Just go back to farming stations. Continue to nurture this 5k net worth advantage that they've got along with the EXP lead. Tim's sitting here waiting, looking for Pi, blocks him in with the shards, does get glimpsed back, but it's Armel who's actually the one that they have to worry about. Snowballing forward, a couple of auto attacks should be all that they need to kill Pi. They do get the fear backwards from the Spirit Bear. He's doing some decent work. They need to be careful about Armel's streak here. He's being feared, he's getting hit by the Bedlam. It's getting split 2 ways, but it's still way too much TNC. Highlight is grinning to himself for sure. He dies, but that is an absolutely enormous streak ended by DJ. How much gold is that? 894 gold. For the Dark Willow off of that kill. Alright. Yeah, TNC, their aggression is their strength. Sometimes it's their weakness, unfortunately, as they do get punished there. Fnatic would have very much liked to get that last hit on Envy. He's actually got the Radiance now anyway, as soon as he sends the bear over. So this is now Fnatic starting to hit their timing. They're going to have level 12 on the Dark Willow before too long. Abed still struggling a little bit on his Dragon Knight, actually bottom 4 on the net worth. Picking up an Ogre Axe before he finishes his Blink. So they do need a lot of work from the 2 supports and Envy. Brewmaster also getting pretty close to his level 12. Did Sam H pick up the Blink? Alright, he did just go for the Blink. I don't know how you play Sand King with that Blink Dagger. Though he's done it before. So that was a really weird game. And I do remember Winter criticizing him, saying like, why would you try and build Ags before you have a Blink? Just buy Blink. Everybody buys Blink on Sand King for a reason. And what's he going for? He's also going for Blink. Not going to be seeing the super early Spirit Vessel or anything here. You can see continue to chew through these smokes. At least have 1 more left. So they make the 4-man rotation. Abed wants this mid wave. Might get brought down though. Straight Burst Strike. Block him down. They are going to pop the Metamorphosis for this as well. TNC might be looking for more after this kill. Raven's dominating. Pylai Dai reveals his positioning up here in the high ground as he puts down the kinetic field. And now they're going to try and cut him off with the pass. Sam H with the Burst Strike off cooldown. They put down the Death Ward. They're looking for this kill on Pi. The Burst Strike actually going to catch out onto 2. Envy's got the Centaur. Drops down the stun, but he just needs to run now. The Radiance is helping out a little bit. DJ with the Terrorize. Going to push them up the hill and away from the fight. It's actually into the Primal Split as they look towards Sam H. He's kind of tanky. Might be able to get a little bit further away. Raven gets brought straight back down. I don't know what they're hoping to do here. The Requiem comes out. They will be able to maul down Kuku with the bear. Raven still stands his ground. Sam H fairly healthy, but Envy auto-attacking him down. And TNC, it was a buyback from Pylai Dai. They're actually going to be able to drag back in Raven, but they've got the snowball saving him, and Sandwich is going to go back in with the epicenter. Eternal He's caught. He can't get back out of the ice shot. Sandwich with yet another burst strike. Abed's going to get lifted up now. Looks like they might lose the Sand King in the end, but TNC still standing strong, still fighting. Armel going to work with the raises. Universe with the auto attacks, also bringing him down. He buys himself a few more seconds with the Yules into the snowball. They just can't kill the Shadow Fiend. Armel's on the run. Looks like Universe will be able to finish him off. He secures the double, and TNC, all right, in the sustained fight. Looks like Fnatic's still going to do that a little bit better. Tim's trying to push himself down onto the low ground. Doesn't manage it. And in the end, TNC will still get cleaned up. Did we have more buybacks there? No, it was just the one buyback. Oh, and that was a 5 for 2. I really thought after they got that epicenter and whatnot off, but Universe doing so much work. The Terrorblade actually just got... Did he just get controlled the entire fight? Where was Raven's damage? I could have sworn that I saw him auto-attacking at one point there, but... Maybe he was just getting cycloned the entire fight. And they come running out here, but DJ knows that they're looking for him. There is a Radiant Observer right over here, so... I don't know. The way that TNC played that fight, it seemed like they were making all the right moves. They got the save on the Static Storm. They were kiting them around a little bit, but I guess Universe was just standing there right-clicking people. Has picked up a Vlad's now on his Brewmaster. They popped the smoke from Witch Doctor who's right on top of him. And Cuckoo just keeps on running. Did they not have any detection? They had absolutely zero detection. Well, that's embarrassing. Back to farm stations for a second. Pi does have a secondary smoke. He's got no boots. This is a Pile Die game, ladies and gentlemen. 20 minutes, 21 minutes into the game, 1k net worth, no boots. He's not having a very fun time, but at least he still has some levels. He's got his abilities ready to go. Envy, Bear getting gone on TNC. Trying to go for this. Cask bounces back. SamH also here. Taking some damage at the mouth. Envy's run his hero forward. He's got the rest of his team around the corner. Dax from Fnatic Field not really doing that much, but Universe is straight into the backlines with the Primal Split. The two supports in trouble, and SamH now getting locked down by the Cursed Crown and finished off. Fnatic could be looking towards high ground here if they find a couple of additional kills. The Terrorize looking to press them back away from Cuckoo. Fnatic Field locking them down. Fnatic still just fighting as a unit. And TNC arriving a little bit late to do anything. Armel and Raven sitting on the fringes of this fight, but can't really do too much. At the very least, they do have top and mid lanes pushing towards the base, so Fnatic won't be able to get too much more. And TNC, what's the play here? Do they try and sneak a Roche? I'm just farming for now. Raven going for that BKB. Armel does have his BKB now. And TNC. Okay, they run into the pit. They pop the Metamorphosis, but this is all being scouted by a Radiant Ward. This is pretty fast with 4.7 in the presence of the Dark Lord, but I would imagine that Fnatic still come over here and try and contest. TP's already making their way over. It's just the lone Hundred Bear so far. The Radiance Burn is going to slow this down a little bit, and if he gets the Savage Roar out, that could be trouble. They're going to try and block it out. Tim's doing everything that he can, but it's still Roshan at about a quarter HP. They trap Armel inside of the Brambles, looking for the Terrorize. He does pop the BKB. It's a pretty big commitment for him. He now throws out the Requiem as well, but Fnatic are just kiting around the sides of this fight. Nobody really taking that much damage. They do manage to lock in DJ with those shards. Nicely played by Tims. TNC, can they secure this? Metamorphosis doesn't have that much longer. They go for the smoke. What is happening here? All right, the three non-Roshan hitters, let's call them that, smoke out looking for more as Raven does secure the Aegis. Abed did pop the Dragon Form for this. Actually stuck. They're going to dive in pretty deep. Can they actually grab this kill? They're going to pop the Epicenter. They're using everything on Abed. And TNC find themselves right on the doorstep of Fnatic's base. The tier 3 tower already under siege. There's no glyph available. TNC are just going to take this. They're looking towards Rax. It looked like it was going to be Fnatic who were trying to Rax just a few minutes earlier, but the Roshan straight into this push. TNC finally finding their strength all together as 5. The Abed Dragon Knight having a miserable time in this game. And TNC, there you go. One lane of Rax for them. Universe does have the Primal Split available. They're going to drag back Cuckoo, but TNC, no man left behind. They're all still here, ready to fight. SamH, even for solidarity's sake, is going to end up soaking the Cursed Crown along with him, but okay. They do have to go back and defend their base. They find a double damage for Raven, though. They make pretty quick work of this. So he's gonna have his BKB relatively soon. Armel, no blink or anything, does just have a the ethereal blade queued up. For some reason, I don't know what's going on today, but all these skill and item names are eluding me. I guess I'm just warming up as well as we get into this best of 5. Universe is just going for an AC. Envy is, wait, are they both going for AC? Can we get some communication here, guys? Yellow. He's already got the plate mail, but Universe... Okay, Universe doesn't have any of the components, so maybe he's just sitting here thinking about what he's going to go next. Because, yeah, it would not make much sense to get 2 of them. Don't want this bear. Alright. He's looking very dead. Envy, does he have the resummon? Why am I clicking on Panda? No, he doesn't actually have a resummon for 60 seconds. Oh, man. That is bad news. That is also going to slow down his farm rate by quite a bit. TNC, even after losing that last fight, net worth did not go back over in Fnatic's favor. They haven't really been able to put together the team fight that they've been looking for. And okay, TNC just going to come in here and start taking out some shrines while Tim's is very slowly taking out the shrine. It does have 5 HP regen, so he's not really making very much progress, unfortunately. Abed popping the dragon form just for some farm, desperately needs this BKB. Almost has it, but Raven should almost have his BKB as well. It's actually, in fact, on the courier coming over. They're going to scout this arcane rune. Might send somebody over to go and grab that. Would be pretty useful to have on Sam H potentially. Abed pushing out top. But Fnatic will be forced back to defend this. Universe needs to find a good angle for the primal split. TNC already popping the Metamorphosis. Raven just sieging the high ground. The glyph's going to be used. DJ looking for some harassment with the Shadow Realm, but that should be all that it is. It's kind of tough to initiate on this Terrorblade. They still need the Lone Druid pair back up. Okay, they do have it now. Can't afford to lose it one more time, though, or it's going to be a full 2 minutes dead. Raven just sieging the melee back. They got to go and do something. All right, Universe jumps in. There's the primal split. Armel laying down the razor. They're just going to try and focus down the pandas. Raven, if they can kill him, he won't have the Metamorphosis anymore, but it looks like he should be able to get the Sunder off. He's still here. Can he get the BKB Sunder? Oh, at the very last moment, they managed to bring him down. Cuckoo's also dead. Armel pops the BKB. Let's go with the Requiem. Eye's dead. Envy now getting snowballed on top of. Armel finds the double kill, leading his team to victory here in game 1. It looks like Abed trying to right-click, but his BKB phase. Tim slinking away. DJ will go blinking outside of the base to chase him, and looks like he grabs that kill, but it's only the 2 TNT supports dead so far, and this is going to be the secondary lane of Rax down from Fnatic. Universe without the primal split ready to go anymore, can't really contribute to this fight, and TNC looking so good. Armel Shadow Fiend is nuts. Oh, I wish I'd kept the fight recap open there to actually look at the damage. Raven didn't even end up using Sunder in that fight. They got basically no damage from their Witch Doctor. He got caught in the storm and focused down, but yeah, Fnatic just can't kill anybody. The damage and net worth discrepancy between the Dragon Knight and the Shadow Fiend is just staggering. I don't know if I've seen Abed have such a bad game for a little while. Part of it is because he was the one that needed to be active while they were just letting Envy sit back and farm, and TNC have just been running at him this entire game. What's his scoreline? 1-8-4. DJ should be able to get out of this. Blink is actually on cooldown for a little bit. Gonna heals himself. Maldic still preventing the blink, but it looks like he's gonna be okay. And the rest of Fnatic coming over to back him up. But at this point, TNC can probably just rat it out. They can send TB illusions down mid lane. They can keep on ratting bottom. They can secure themselves another Roshan potentially. Go and take that shrine. That's if they want to be super disciplined about this. If they want to just go high ground, smoke into the base, find a couple of kills, and end the game, that is the other option that's available to them. This is maybe a little bit of an unexpected rotation given that this tier 2 is still alive up top, but they are expecting that somebody has to come TPing back here. And we'll see who on Fnatic is going to be the unlucky one. Abed's running back at the moment. Alright, now they're not gonna... Smoke just ends up fading, and TNC are not gonna get anything out of that rotation, but... That move used to be, like, the TNC classic when 1427 was still on the team, but... I don't know if I've seen them doing it as much recently, though I guess some of their recent games they haven't had such a convincing lead, which makes it a little bit more tough. Or at least in the last couple of weeks, you know? Gotta remember, TNC looked amazing at DAC. Really put up some great performances during that group stage. Pilot Eye getting blocked by the shards. See a pipe. And he's still ratting. What did Universe end up going for? He's just going for a BKB. And be trying to finish up the AC. I talked about making statements this game, but giving Envy his lone druid and then beating it is a pretty big deal. Dragon Knight's also been such a big comfort pick for Fnatic recently for Abed, so. Take out that shrine. Abed is working towards. I mean, let's say he's dreaming of a nullifier right now, because I don't think he's gonna get it this game. Shadowfiend's got a Hex. Armel level 20, picking up that 150 Shadow Rays damage talent, so. TNC looking very scary. SamH going back for the pipe, also picking up a plate mail. Just getting very tanky on the Sand King, has gone for the plus 200 health talent as well. And TNC, no real reason to try and high ground. They've got complete control of the map. They can farm as much as they want. They can grab more items. They can get the next Roshan. They can camp for runes as well. Like there's a DD here. And then they can go. No reason at all to throw this first game. When's Roche actually? Potential respawn in 6 seconds time. We'll keep an eye on that. They do everything to stop that catapult getting in there to scout the Roche. It's worth it though. Fnatic don't know now, so they don't know how to time their smoke. They do have to smoke outside of the base and fight them before they get the rush on. That's actually what they're going to be doing right this second. I don't know if this smoke was scouted by this observer ward a little bit further down. It might have been. TNC regardless are just all playing together. Tim's has gone back for Smeedy and Greaves. Decided against going for the Blink Dagger in the end. Spirit Bear getting locked down a little bit by the Centaur Conqueror. They go in. The Universe is going to be hexed up. Can they burst him down? They won't be able to. That's no Brewmaster for this fight. He does buy back. Abed is just dying to the Death Ward. Even through the BKB, TNC are still just punching him down. He's dead. Universe thinks about the Primal Split, but is even really going to do anything. Everyone on TNC is still on absolutely full HP. Pilot Eye can't find a good combo opportunity as they do manage to get the Yules up on Universe. TNC all just playing together, fighting together. Sand King, I mean, getting gone on here, but SamH is pretty tanky. They drop the Static Storm on him to prevent the snowball save. Nicely done, but Tim's is still going to be able to keep him alive with that Greaves pop, and they're getting punched up, but TNC know what they want. They're going to play the objective, looking for this final lane of racks, looking for the Mega Creeps, and looking for victory in game number 1. Universe out of the Primal Split. What can he really do now? They're going to hex up the Bear for good measure. Raven still has the Sunder, and Fnatic will finally tap out and call for GG. Man. Armel and the 2 TNC supports putting in work. I don't know if I've seen such a successful early game from 2 support players for a little while.